So Coach LaRiviere is with us today. And Coach, you and the team just returned from San Diego and the San Diego Crew Classic. Can you highlight the things that you thought were beneficial about the competition?
Can I what?
Highlight the benefits or successes of this
Yes. We learned from San Diego that our team depth is in good shape. You know, the NCAA team is comprised of the first varsity 8, the second varsity 8, and the varsity 4. And obviously our best result of the weekend was the varsity 4 finishing second, top Pac-12 team. So, you know, and we've got a number of kids that are still sort of vying to get in that boat. So I feel really good about, you know, the strength of the team. Now, it was our first race, and I think we learned a lot about the first 8 and the second 8, and we're going to do a lot more seat racing this week and try to, you know, we didn't get a lot of stuff done before we left, and we needed to get a race under our belt, so we're going to go back to the drawing board starting today and see where we're at in terms of making sure that we've got the top 8 people in the right place and the next 8 in the right place.
And this coming Saturday, you'll be in Seattle for a dual regatta with the Huskies. And you got a glimpse of them in San Diego because they were down there as well. Did you see anything at the Crew Classic that you think can help you this weekend against them?
Oh, I think they're looking their usual strong selves. So we just are going to have to go and race really hard and have our best performance and, you know, take it from there. The team doesn't have a hard time getting motivated. You know, it's always fun to race your in-state rivals.
Okay, and there's a pretty quick turnaround, obviously, between the San Diego Crew Classic and Seattle. You'll be starting today. What are your priorities during practice? I guess you already emphasized that, but also changes for this week before?
Yeah, well, we don't know what the changes are going to be. I'm sure there's going to be some changes. You know, like as I said, due to a variety of circumstances, we didn't really get the full picture before we had to leave for San Diego, and so we're looking forward to going back to work today and, you know, comparing kids with the time, objectively seat racing them and getting together, starting to get together our strongest lineup. I mean, the season is still young. Pac-12 is 6 weeks away. And so it's just an ongoing process, and we've just completed the first step. You know, it was great to get out and race and, you know, like I said, I think last week has some different things to work on and think about.
And the Cougs defeated the Huskies in the varsity 4 race in San Diego. Do you anticipate lineup changes on their side, on their end?
Oh, I think top to bottom there's probably going to be some changes. Yeah, you know, no seed is safe at this point in the year, and we, you know, the 4 really stepped up and they earned a look. You know, like we're going to have to give them some opportunities to make higher boats because, you know, that was pretty much the only crowd that we really kind of got sorted out because we had to buy plane tickets and, you know, we needed to put names on those plane tickets. So that group, you know, raced themselves into the 4, and now we just got to figure out if they're going to race themselves into higher boats.
And this course in Seattle is a little unique. It starts on Lake Washington and goes through the Montlake Cut, which narrows slightly and before it comes out on Lake Union. It looks like the only race that might have a little congestion is the varsity 4 race, which has 5 boats in it. Could you just talk a little bit about the race venue and if it has any unique challenges?
It's great to race on Montlake, and it feels good to be there. So, you know, it's a great place to race. As in terms of the 5 boats in the varsity 4, you know, I fully expect our top 4 and their top 4 to pull ahead. And it'll free up plenty of space to get through the cut. That's not going to be an issue.
And how does racing in a dual, I guess, single opponent compare to racing in a large regatta like the San Diego Crew Classic?
I think it completely changes the game, you know, and there's one focus and there's one boat to attend to and there's one boat to worry about moves and, you know, so I think it's lots of fun. It's more like drag racing, you know, instead of NASCAR.